before that dam was built, blocking this water in this lake. Interesting. I wonder what kind of things happened here. It's obviously probably a great hunting ground and fishing.
Captured some paranormal event just May 16, 2021. So trying to stay track. It seems to be traveling very slow. I can never get a star in my camera normally. This is still traveling. It seems to be picking up speed. It just went over the eaves trough there. And you see it reappear right there. So your perspective, trying to hold it still as I can. So it's still trailing off. Trying to get around the height here too. Travel around, see if I can keep it in frame. And there it is. Kind of hazy.
today.
Oh, likewise.
Thank you.
And I like what you picked for me, but maybe next time, no tags?
Okay. Welcome to
MooreSwanson
Skywatch.
Today we're at Boulevard Lake, Thunder Bay, Ontario.
And we've got an interesting investigation going on here. Our university is apparently looking into it. They did some LiDAR, they did drone footage with sensors, and I haven't heard anything about that, have you?
Well, we know that this feature out here, the stone circle that we're looking at, is approximately, could be Neolithic, could be Paleolithic. We're not sure.
I think it might be Paleolithic.
Paleolithic?
They haven't used any interesting tooling, or it's like just big stones, so I'm thinking Paleolithic.
It's an interesting feature. We want to know what's going on out there and why it's being flooded. The dam floods the area, and it also takes away from the history of this specific area of the stone circle.
Well, we don't even know what the history is.
We're getting to the bottom of it, so we'd like to take you underneath the water and take a look at the stone circle now covered. So just look into the camera.
Okay.
So when we were here, no, I didn't cut it. We do have a stone sample to show you from the area of the stone sample. We do have a stone sample. We do have a stone sample from the area of the stones,
but not the stone
behind
circle
us.
itself. It's from the area, but not from the stone circle itself. Wow, this is amazing. Now let's take a look inside this rarely seen stone circle. Let's take a look inside this rarely examined stone circle.
In such a pattern, out in the middle of this area where it was usually flooded. Who knows if it was when this was done, though.
Yeah, this is really interesting. I never saw this.
And it looks like, okay, so if I'm facing, there's the opening over there.
Yeah,
So I would be southeast, that opening.
That's southeast?
Southeast.
So why would it not be facing southeast if it were a wigwam or a teepee? That's, someone said it's not.
So the opening would have been southeast from what I'm looking at.
This would have been a giant structure though, like a pretty big structure.
Well, let's look for holes by which, if there was a pole. I'm a poet. So like,
hole.
if you think, yeah, if there was a big pole, you know,
For evidence of like wood.
where there would have been a wooden pole, and there would have been a lot.
Yeah.
And they would have been large columns, right? Look at this one. That is a big, stand next to that one. So if you had to move that.
Yeah, I don't think someone's moving this by hand.
Well, it would have taken a few people. It looks like it's.
Unless there's like a few, yeah. Like,
it's a big stone.
you know what? You know,
It could be done easily.
they could have gathered all the stones to the spot to like secure something.
Someone just recently moved this one out of its place. And that's what I don't like to see.
Yeah.
This site should be preserved, not disturbed. You know, to that, people shouldn't be touching it. This is an ancient site.
Yeah, who knows how old it is too. I mean, because there's nothing to carbon date here. It's all just stone.
This is an interesting looking rock.
Wow, it looks like a conglomerate, like concrete. Look at down here too, same kind of stone-ish. Interesting.
It is. It's very interesting. Don't know what that is, but.
Wow, it's got some interesting
was this one?
Some interesting mica or something right here. Did you see this?
Yeah, no, it's a very interesting stone.
It's like, is this mica? It's white. Like, I've never seen, like, I mean, mica flakes off with your nail, but this looks like it was at one point, but maybe.
So it's safe to assume that, but you know what happens when you assume, but
Yeah.
you could say that every stone we're looking at here could have been placed in this spot because there's so little stones outside of the circle.
Yeah. So from, you know, a certain radius, all the stones just gathered into this spot. Maybe this area in the center was cleared for something, like, you know, obviously.
It's not perfectly round.
No, it isn't. But you know what? Obviously, if people were habitating in this area, they wouldn't want all these rocks everywhere. You know, they would need a clear area to live in, right?
Because I'm looking down, if I spy this edge here, to me this is a straight wall. However, it goes into a corner. But if I look this way, that also looks like it would be fairly straight.
You know.
If I spy this right here, we're going to review the video, and this is a straight line. This is not a circle. This is not a circle. Yeah.
That's a different kind of rock.
I almost think it's a, what are they, a hexagon? Hexagon, what are we, where's my algebra?
What were you thinking of? A pentagon?
It's not pentagon.
Pentagram?
It's like an octagon shape though. 16 sides. What's 16-sided octagon?
Pentagram or pentagon?
I'll have to look it up.
Or, sorry.
Anyway, funny enough is what I'm seeing are angles here. I'm seeing another angle like this. And there's a longer one, but
You know what interests me?
it's very cool.
Every so often, these kind of stones, like, they look like they were something a long time ago, like a piece of something.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if over the years.
It's like the foundation under here.
Yeah, like, look, this, you know, like there was remnants of something that was cleared aside, and then every year something was added to the, you know, you come by and you add something and you say a prayer, you know what I mean? Like a...
Sure. And I would say, if you look here, if we were to just remove some of this, there's like a pretty flat floor in here, like, because there's rocks underneath, just nicely laid here. Like, so it comes out quite a ways. So I would say, and this here seems to be under the ground like a beam. Does that not look like a beam to you?
Yeah, it does, but then I see a lot of root, pieces of root mass bedded into the soil too, so...
I do see that as well.
It's hard to tell if that's like an original, I mean, anything that's original wood
Okay, let's see if there's...
wouldn't be any longer existing, right? But...
I don't know if there's any correlation with the wood being laid like that. Interesting. There is a lot of larger trees here. Okay. Wait a second. There's a lot of trees inside of this feature. You know this? Do you see all the trees that used to be here? So here, for instance, this is a root. This is a root, right?
Oh, okay.
So there used to be featured trees in the center.
Oh yeah, I see this here was growing.
This is in the ground. Look, look,
Oh, okay.
right? So this is all, this wasn't a lake when this was here, obviously.
No, but the trees.
But the trees were inside this stone feature.
Interesting, yeah, they were growing.
Right.
That is something.
So that's interesting.
And look at this here.
Yeah.
That's a strange piece of rock.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know our basalt does some strange things here, but
Yes.
I mean, then
But
look
see,
at this piece too.
interesting enough, here, how the trees were kind of growing out on an angle, though, in towards the center consistently a lot. Yeah, maybe, yeah. But again, not driftwood. This was actually a root,
Oh, okay.
right? I thought this was all driftwood, but this is roots.
Yeah, this here as well looks like
Yeah.
root in the ground.
Yeah.
Like this tree was above.
Yeah. There's more roots
Yeah.
in amongst.
So that's interesting because
And
it
again,
looks like
see,
the
it's
trees
jetting
were
out.
growing from, the trees were growing on the around.
Again, consistent, like it looks like this log was either placed there going out into the center of this feature, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's wedged under the rock.
It does. So either that was a purposeful, because I see it a lot. This is not the first time.
Yeah.
At the edge of the rock feature where wood was coming into the center.
Of the circle just growing.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like much action over here. Look at this chain though.
Oh wow.
Yay.
Oh, that's
stuck in the ground.
That's a mooring.
So why is there a mooring here if there was if the river was way down there?
Okay. That is interesting. That's anchored right in there, eh?
Yeah.
That's an old chain. I don't know, like how old can chain be? We gotta do a chronology on it.
Yeah, that's. Do people know about that chain? I guess they do.
That's a big chain.
Yeah, it's a big chain to miss. But that
Yeah,
could
no
be
one
an
talked about that
indication
yet.
as to what the stone circle was used for.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that was never mentioned in any of the other documents about this stone circle.
Yeah, and it's old. You can see it was a lot bigger at one time, and it's deteriorated quite a bit. However, it goes right into the ground here, beneath the ground into the stone. Very interesting find. What was this feature? I can't believe they're not doing some type of archaeology on the site.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, is anything at all to figure it out? Like, I mean, I'm sure the university has the right to do some kind of activity.
So this is looking at the opening. Try to stand right in the center of it so I can gauge how big the opening is. If you were a center column in the... Just keep going right about there. interesting feature. And it's odd because everything else seems to be a gray basalt. You know, and then there's the odd feature stone. So that would suggest there, and yeah, you called it, there's some buried ones under here. I believe this structure goes a lot deeper. And there's more to it. More to the story.
I wonder if, because this ground here is so damp, if there was water, if it came up around this structure.
So technically, if this was a center stone, which it kind of looks like it is, and I'm in the front doorway of this feature, looking right, and there's the left of the door, this would be the center. I would be facing almost direct north. I would say I'm facing pretty much due north. Maybe grab your compass, yes, and see where we're at here. But I need a bag of hammers to say I'm north. Interesting bolt. Nicely placed in the ground.
That's weird that it's square and it's wedged right in there.
Take a look at this feature.
Interesting. Well, that looks like it was really something.
Well, it's buried. It's buried. It's cut here. Two pieces here. It goes into the ground here. Quite a ways, I would imagine.
Yeah, who knows how far. It's got rocks piled on top of it.
Look at that feature there.
Yeah, like it came up as a peak or something maybe. It could have. Who knows?
Well, that's buried in there. Another one over there. Hand-hewn wood.
Yeah, obviously cut on purpose. It's flat.
Yeah, this feature here alone is quite intriguing. That's buried in there. What is that?
Interesting.
That's a long way away from the circle, which is way over there. But not really, because there's a lot of rock from here in between the here and there.
Interesting. Look what I found.
Yeah. Very good.
I'm not sure what it is,
This is all man-made in here. Let's go take a look and see what this is over here. All right, here we are at this ancient site here in Thunder Bay, and we're taking a look, doing some investigating work on this feature. It's just amazing that here in Thunder Bay that we don't have a team of archaeologists ensuring the safety of this site stays intact. And you know, what I'm seeing here is features like this of a cut piece of wood that clearly shows a man-made activity sticking out of the ground here.
Right beside this mysterious stone circle that they're trying to explain.
And nobody is explaining it.
Nobody's even looking into it.
And
It's
this is
strange.
an ancient site that we're all curious, a wonderment of our region, where it comes from. And we're not getting any information. No one's talking about it. And really, what we're hearing is going to take place here is in the distance. Over here, you can see that they're repairing the dam, and once that's done, it's game on. And so they're going to flood this region, just like it's always been. And then it's there's going to be no more investigating this site. So the level of seriousness in terms of getting someone on this area to further investigate it, you know, the time is now. Winter's coming. I suspect they want to get this, you know, back flooded before then. So that's an interesting concept to think that there is something extraordinary here that lies even beneath this silt of many, many years.
And our city doesn't give two craps.
They don't.
It's strange because like this is like who knows how old it is.
Ancient archaeology.
Do we want to find out? I kind of do. I'm curious.
I think that we all deserve some preservation with
is
what.
amateur archaeology allowed over here, or like?
I don't know, but you know, it seems like the amateurs seem to be making a footprint here and preserving our planet. So let's keep it real out there.
Stay tuned.
And this is
Swanson.
and it's
Thank you for watching.
MooreSwanson
Skywatch.
And